What's going on, everybody? This is your girl, Alana, checking in to strawberryblunt.com. And I'm here at Bananas Comedy Club in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, where Yannis Pappas just wrapped up yet another fantastic comedy show. So, Yannis, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Yannis Pappas. I am from Brooklyn, New York City.
So, how did the son of two lawyers manage to get a start in comedy?
I was always a class clown, and I'm pretty inherently lazy. So comedy, you only have to work, an hour a night or 2 hours a night the most. So I just went for it. I worked really hard, so I don't have to work that hard.
Because that makes sense. I mean, you don't seem to be lazy at all. You've been touring all over the place. You just got a new gig on a network called Fusion. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a brand new network. ABC and Univision formed it. And it's the first English-speaking national network in Miami. Miami is the new hot city. And so I had to move to Miami. So it's crazy because I'm such a New Yorker. I've been living in New York my whole life except for college. And this is a really abrupt and drastic change, but I'm looking forward to it. So I just went through a breakup. So what better city to move to than Miami right after a breakup?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you just went through a breakup.
It's okay.
That's not fun because I went through one, actually not that recently. But anyway, I know we just talked about your next step, but can you talk to us a little bit about where you got your beginnings in comedy? I know you were featured on Comedy Central, VH1, MTV. What do you consider to be your first big break?
My first big break was my characters, the internet, just me creating comedy and people finding it and liking it and passing it. I haven't really had a break outside of what I've created, so I just created it, and because the internet's there, it's a great medium for people to share your work. You can go directly to the fans, and they started passing it around. I guess my first big break is this television show. I mean, I've had television shows, and I've been on television shows, but this one is like the perfect. If I were to dream of a show that I wanted to do, it would be the show I'm about to do. So it's pretty exciting. It's like a mixture of The Daily Show meets NPR. So it's like smart, and it's comedy, and it's like diverse, and it's just everything I've always wanted to do. So I guess my break's about to happen, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe the show will be a complete fucking flop.
Get out of here.
You guys will see me at fucking Bananas in 2 weeks.
Which we wouldn't mind, but so what is your role going to be on the show? Are you going to be writing and being on camera and producing and doing everything, or do you have more of a specific job?
You kind of nailed it. I am, there's 3 anchors, so it's me. It's basically a news and comedy show, but not a comedy show. It's actually news, like real hard news, and then I'm kind of there to bring the satire. So my 2 co-anchors, one is this young lady named Mariana. She's Venezuelan. She's from Univision, and she's doing it in English now. And she's like a Peabody Award-winning journalist. She's done like muckraking documentaries, and she went to Columbia. She's real smart and gorgeous. And then my other co-anchor is this Brazilian guy, Pedro, and he's also a serious journalist. And he was a former model, and he's like famous in Brazil. So they're more straight journalists, and I'm kind of I handle the satire. So my specific role is to be funny and to write. I have a producer assigned to me, and we just come up with ideas, and like they'll do some straight news stories, and we'll follow up the same story that they're doing with a little satire. So it's like you're going to get a little serious news and then some funny. It's kind of mixed together. So morning show on Fusion.
The morning show on Fusion, and that will be premiering when? Do we know?
October 23rd or the 26th. I don't know. Check both times.
Oh, wow. That's super soon. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so you said that the characters you developed were like your first big break. Can you talk to us a little bit more about those characters and the inspiration behind each of them?
Sure. Maurisa is an amalgamation of a lot of people, but the foundation of Maurisa is an old Rosie Perez impersonation I used to do in high school. And that was just like, Mookie, why you so stupid? Billy, why you so stupid? But I did it in a high. I don't want to do it now because my fucking voice is gone. And then I had to it was just frivolous how I came up with it. I had to come up with these characters for this dumb live radio show me and my buddy were doing. And I just thought of it. I was like, nobody's ever really done a transsexual. And then I just said the first line. I remember we were sitting in a diner booth, me and my buddy Nate Bargatze, who you're going to hear a lot from. He's about to get famous. But we were sitting in a diner booth, and I just came up with the one line. I was like, My name is Maurica. I'm a transsexual from the Lower East Side. I need somebody to pay for my tits and not be judgmental about my feet. And he started cracking up laughing. And then I didn't do anything for a year, and then I just started working it out on stage. And I built it. And growing up in Brooklyn, being a New Yorker, dating a lot of Puerto Rican girls, it's just a combination of things. And then I just slowly built the story of who she was live during my stand-up. And the same thing with Mr. Panos. I just built the story of who they were.
I was going to ask you if you had a thing for Latinas, because I was going to say, why is this Greek dude? Who the
fuck doesn't?
I mean,
hot. Latinas are hot.
What can we say?
Sexy people. Sexy culture. There's nobody who doesn't.
You're right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I mean, even Latinas like Latinas, as you could see from the front row of your audience tonight. So is Maurica ever going to get her tits?
I don't know. I don't know. She's not a real person, so I don't know. Yeah, but maybe not. She'll get arrogant. Yeah, no, it's keeping her humble. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with her. I'll probably be doing some exciting stuff with her coming up soon, so I can't really say about what it is, but it could be really great. So just keep your eyes peeled because it's just cool stuff. Mixing her in like very serious situations and dealing with people who deserve to be taken down a notch. Using Maurica could be very fun. So.
Where did you come up with the phrase "that's it"?
That's it. When I was working out the character live on stage, I would just slip into it and be like, there's this transsexual woman who lives in my building, and every time I come home, she's like, you need to introduce me to your white friends and shit. You need to take me to Westchester. And I would just get into it. And whenever I would find myself kind of slipping out of character, I would just say, that's it, because it just sounded like some real Lower East Side ghetto shit to say. That's it. So I would, whenever I felt myself slipping out, I would just repeat that. And that was it.
And that's it.
That's it. And that's it. It was just sort of like a reset button. Yeah. And then I remember one night I was working. The last time I did it live on stage was at this place, New York Comedy Club. And I did it, and the fucking audience was dying laughing. And I didn't really connect with how funny it was. I was just building it and thinking it, so I wasn't really in the moment. And then after, when everyone was leaving, I was standing by the bar, and everyone was leaving. And as they left, they were all going, that's it, that's it. So I guess they kind of, the catchphrase kind of happened by accident, yeah.
Well, as you can see, it's become a phenomenon. I mean, you even made the song about it on iTunes. Are you gonna do any other songs for Maurica?
That was a one-time thing, yeah. It was hard though. I learned my business partner Jesse, my partner who directs all this stuff. He wanted to do it. It was his idea, and he's like, it'll be great. And we have a friend who was like a rapper as a kid, so he wrote the whole thing and he wrote the track and everything. And I learned how hard it is to rap. I used to think, you think it's easy because they're just talking, but the breath control on that, I couldn't do it. So I would get frustrated. I say like 4 words and then I run out of air. The guys who can really rap, that shit is a fucking really crazy skill. So what he did is I would just, like, I couldn't do it. So he would just take 4 words and he just, with the computer, put the whole song together. So I never even really recorded it once through. It was just pasted together.
I mean, you do a lot of touring with your characters and yourself, obviously. What is the most ridiculous audience reaction that you've ever gotten? Or has there been a super ridiculous, or has anybody gotten super offended?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. People get offended, yeah. You can see some of the material that I do is going to offend people, yeah. It's happened. People walk out. Guys try to fight me once. A girl punched me once.
What? Where?
At my show in Brooklyn, there's this girl, this Irish girl. She was from Ireland, yeah, and she just charged the stage and punched me. And
What'd she get offended by?
She got offended. I called her English, and I guess you don't call Irish people English. They hate them. So she came to the stage and she went, I'm not English, I'm Irish. And I'm about to show you how Irish I am. Swear to God. And then she did like a little 2-step to distract me, and then she just punched me right in the face. It's kind of it's a hazard of the job. And, some of my material is subject matter. Some people, it's just, it gets a little touchy.
Are there any new characters potentially in the works?
There was one, Jefferson, that we did one sketch with. He's like a gun shop owner, and we were going to make him into, before I got the show and kind of got sidetracked, but we'll probably still do it somehow. He was going to be he's a gun shop owner who's starting like a gun instruction class for babies and kids, because, the NRA wants to arm children. So he was going to be like a gun instructor to teach 4-year-olds like on the playground how to shoot.
I'm sure nobody would be offended by that.
Yeah, that one pushed some buttons for sure, yeah.
But that's what it's all about.
I love it. Hey, that's one thing I enjoy, is if people get offended for the right reasons, then I'm just as happy as if, the right people are laughing because they get it, As long as I'm making you uncomfortable. I want to make the comfortable uncomfortable and bring comfort to the uncomfortable. That's it.
Touche. Yeah. All right. Well, is there anything else that you want to share with us that you have coming up?
Say what's up to my boy. Give a shout out to Darren. What's up, Darren? No,
all right, cool. And when? October 23rd, the name of the show again?
23rd, it's called The Morning Show on Fusion. I don't know which cable carriers will be coming. It's national, but it's starting out only, I think, in 20 or 25 million homes. So maybe Time Warner, maybe Cox in this area. I don't know. Maybe DirecTV, probably definitely. That's what I was about to say. I think definitely DirecTV is carrying it. So just look for it. There's going to be a whole big press push that's coming right now. So everyone's going to be hearing about it. Like I'll be on Good Morning America, and there'll be commercials running for it on ESPN, and there'll be billboards and shit. So, it's Disney. They got deep pockets, so they're going to push.
Where can we stay updated?
My Twitter handle, Yannis Pappas, all one word. Facebook me, son. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Look at my beautiful photos. That's it.